Okay, so today's keyboard, don't distract me. Today's keyboard we're building is the Tofu65. Actually don't know the release date. I know the Tofu60 has been released, but this is a 65. I know, yeah. Okay, so here we go. I know. So the Tofu 60 3.0 is released pre-order, but this one I couldn't find the product page. I mean, maybe one of you can find it, but I couldn't find it. But, you know, I didn't search too hard because I was in a rush. But this is what we're building today. I wish I could tell you all the colors that are available, but this kind of looks like a cream slash beige that I've gotten. Brands love to send me for whatever reason. I don't know why. But from what I understand is that it's just very similar to the Tofu60. So, aw, Dewey, thank you for the prime. Hello, hello. Let me take a picture and post it on social media before I forget. Also, thank you to Jer for resubbing earlier as well. Avo got first, Jer resubbed. Boss Quest hit the streak. I feel like the watch streak is a little weird, right? Oh yeah, I saw 2-1 and Yegs were in the Discord playing Dota. Speaking of, hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay. I almost forgot my PNG tuber. That would have been devastating. For Interloper, because he would have to put it in post-edit, and that's annoying to do. Don't worry, we got it. We're here. Okay. Also, I don't know how this happens, but I mean, I know how it happens, but my camera lenses are always dirty because I either have oily fingers because of my cuticle or body oil, or there's like clay on them. So my lenses are always like this foggy. It just always looks foggy. Tofu65. Tofu65 from KBDFans. Okay. Tofu65. Oops. Link. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry. Okay. Wait, do you guys want to see what I mean about like foggy? Like, if you look at this, you see how it's like kind of foggy right here? That's because there was oil. You see this picture? It looks like vintage. That's because it's my yeah. Oh, you can really see it here. So you could see how this kind of looks foggy. Yeah. Okay, but now I've cleaned my lenses, so we're good. Yeah, kind of. The oil strikes again. Well, you know, you guys can make fun of me, but when we went to Korea and it was like blowing -degree winds at us, and Connor and my cousin were getting windburn and their skin was cracking because it's so dry. Meanwhile, my oily ass, I was completely fine. I had no rash, no windburn, no cracking. Okay, I was super hydrated and I was good. So, and you know what? They asked me for lotion. They asked me. They were like, okay, I got it. No, slug is like slimy. I'm not slimy. There's a difference. Oh, show when you're live. Oh. Wow. Streaming on Twitch, set your live status on Blue Sky to add a badge to your avatar. Tapping it takes people straight to your stream. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Let's do that. How do I do that? First let me post this. Yeah, I'm on Blue Sky, but I don't post very much. Would you guys be interested in like my stream of consciousness thoughts? I don't think so. I'm not that interesting. I feel like some of them would be a little unhinged too, so. Original? Oh, cancel. Can I move these? God. Tofu65. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? Oh, okay, that's not it. Go live. Okay. Oh, wow. Done. Go live for how long? How long are these streams? Like 3 hours? Let's do 3 hours. Go live. Wow! Now, wait, now if I go to Blue Sky. Oh, wow, that's cool. And you can put how long you're live for. Whoa. Love that. Also, I'm still on like X or Twitter just to like post my links, but anytime I like open the website, it like tells me to buy a subscription. That's crazy. Tofu65. It is. I honestly should delete some of my like old selfies because the whole Grok and the AI thing is kind of really fucking weird. Like, honestly scary. Okay. Cool. That's sick. Alright. Let us continue. So, Tofu65 3.0, I'm guessing a lot of the internals is going to be very similar to the 60 3.0. And it looks like while the 60 has already been released, it looks like the 65 is going to be a little later. I think a few creators have built it. I think last time I was told like Alex had built it, or he had looked at it. So hopefully it's okay that I'm building this now, but should be okay. Let's see, configuration of tofu. Yeah, so I guess the two is just very similar. Okay, so I do have this information sheet right here. So looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's gonna be 10 different colors for the top case, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 colors for the bottom case. Internal weights, you're gonna have 2 choices. Plates, you're gonna have 5 choices. PCB, 3 choices. Wrist rest, 2 color choices. Okay, so this one I'm assuming is the I'm assuming it's the E-white. Let's see, what would EL9 look like? Let me see, EL9. Oh, L9? Oh, wait, this is the... I don't know what L9 stands for, sorry. What, do you guys know what the L9 was? Wait, I think this is the L9. Oh. Yeah, I really don't. Okay. Leave me alone. Leave Brittany alone. It's me. I'm Brittany in this case, okay? Yeah, so I guess this is the L9 version. Okay, then what is this weight? This weight is the weight U9 then? What is U9? Is that also a page color? Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me make sure. Yes, okay. Alright guys, so today we have... Yeah, they sent me big. So today's keyboard... we have the Tofu65. This is gonna be released late January. In terms of top case, there's 10 colors. This one's the EL9. And there's 13 bottom colors, and I have the EU9. Oh my goodness, no. But yeah, so let's just look at it from the top. So standard 65, it does have this blocker for the arrow keys. Top and bottom bezels are the same. It's going to be thicker than the 2 side bezels, which are very thin, right? And then internally we can see this is the red copper. You're going to have to be 2 weights, and these are like the covers, right? Hi Conan. Here it has this little cover, and this is where the USB pogo pin, snake pin that they do would go right here. And I don't know if you can see this, but it says Tofu65 3.0. Nice. But yeah, this is just the top. Looking for the top. This side, you know, this actually just looks like a block of tofu. Very simple side. It does have the sharp corners. Yeah, very classy. And then here's the back with the EU9. Wait. It has the 4 rectangular feet. They're all going to be the same size. And then here you can also see the 4 case screws. Nothing on the weight, it's just plain and simple. Yeah, they call it tofu because it's just, yeah. I don't. Oh my goodness. I'm the worst to send page to. Why did they do that? But anyways, here you can see the USB port. Centered USB port is recessed in. And then this is where you can see the two-toned, or the bottom and the top case, right? So bottom weight, bottom case. And then here is the front lip, where you can only see the top case. So it's pretty cool that you can pick whatever you want in terms of like the top or the bottom case. Like you can mix and match. Internal weights, I have the red copper, but there's stainless steel as well. Plates, I haven't looked yet, but there are 5 available plates. So carbon fiber PC, FR4, PEI, and aluminum. PCBs, you have soldered, hot swap, and dual mode hot swap. And then wrist rest, you have an anodized silver and an anodized black. Do you guys think Bob sent me the beige colorway on purpose? Do you think he did that on purpose? Oh my gosh. Okay. It looks like we have a couple plates right here. We also have the foam kit. And then PCB we have right here. We do have the hot swap. Oh, hello Ness. How are you doing? Hi, hi. Let's see. Okay, let's see. They sent me a lot. PEI is basically the, you know, like in Asian households where they put like the plastic mats on the ground and it yellows over time. Yeah, that's basically PEI. I'm just kidding. Wow, they sent me a lot of plates. So it looks like I have PC, carbon fiber, and also PEI. So here are the 3 plates that I have. But we'll look at the PCB first. Oh, this is from this is gonna be an upcoming in-stock drop by Hello Caps in Tascami. They haven't released the full details yet, but this is the prototype that they've been sending out to creators. So if you follow Hello Caps or Tascami on Instagram, then they will post more details on that. Yeah. Oh, Hoovy, did you see you can do the live badges on Blue Sky now? It's crazy, I didn't know that. You can like set a duration and it takes you like immediately to the stream. That's so cool. How are you? How's the stream? How's things? I just started my stream. So I did a lot of work today, and earlier, I picked up my nephew who is here, and he was drinking his milk, and picked him up, and he basically started laughing and got breast milk all over my hair. So I was like, well, I gotta go shower. So that's why I was late. Good to see you live again. Hello, YouTube. Yes, whenever I do keyboard showcasings, I try to stream both on Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, still cute for sure. Anyways, here is the PCB. So we do have the hot swap. You can see the Tofu65 version 3.0. You can split the left shift. Looks like ISO support. Over here, you can split the backspace. You do have different bottom row layouts, so 6.25 or 7U. The caps lock does have the indicators as well. You can do step to regular caps. And then the back. So here is the magnetic connector right here. It does have a physical reset button right here. It says double tap flash mode. And then here, no flex cuts, and you can see the mounting points as well. So that's the PCB. And then here are the plates. So all three are going to be similar, so we'll just get this in. So, pretty standard plate. You do have these like cuts on the mounting points, but if I remember correctly, you can cover these, right? No flex cuts. You do have like tiny cuts here and there, but I mean, those are pretty like, not, I don't want to say irrelevant, but it's not really going to affect the sound too much. But yeah, all three plates are going to be same. Tofu65 3.0 looks much more unique than the Tofu65 V2. Yes. I didn't build the 2.0, but I heard it was basically like not even an upgrade, whereas this variation is like a lot better. And this is what the I guess 2.0 should have been. So also I need to put 3.0 in my title. Copy. I think I just put Tofu65. Okay. That should be better. Tofu 2.0 is with 1.2 mm flex cut. Yeah, I mean for a while that was like what was popular, so. But they have since then moved away from all the flex cuts. Some brands still do it because there is still a market for it, but I mean, I think depending on the target group, right, they're definitely catering more to that. So I wonder if it's like easier to just do, you know, this versus like doing flex cut PCBs. We have a foam kit, but I'm probably not gonna use it. I hope that's alright. We have 3 plates, so we'll just try all the 3 plates. And then in terms of mounting, let's see. We have the silicone pellets, and then we have the plate silicone pellets. So basically a PCB versus a plate pellet. These are the feet that we don't need. This is the daughter board, so keep that there. Let me just take this apart. Put this over here. Oh, couple that reminds me I needed to swap over the emotes. I completely forgot. Whatever, I'll do it next time. My pop-up is at noon, but I need to wake up early because I was supposed to go blend the strawberries, but I forgot. So I'm gonna wake up early and head over because it's being stored somewhere else. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But it's from, what is it? 12 to 5? Wait, that seems like too long. Hold on. Next week I have pop-ups and those are long. Like I have one from 11 to 5 and then one from 12 to 5. So some of them are like 5-hour pop-ups. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Crazy. This one I want to say is not that long. Let me see. Oh no, it is from 12 to 5. It's 5 hours. Oh boyo. I do. So I got reached out for one in February and also one in March. So there is one called Strength in the City, which is like this big organization. Like they're found in other major cities. But they're doing a big festival and they asked me if I'd be interested. And they said it's gonna be about like 500 attendees. I don't know how true that is, so we'll see, but apparently the organization itself is very big, but not big in Austin, but they're trying to. It's called hello Eisen. What's up? Yeah, I mean it's not gonna be that much. Um have you guys heard of Strength in the City? So this is the event that they invited me to vend at, but it's in March. Oh god, it's not letting me paste. Yeah, it's like a fitness. Cause you know, the fitness people they love their matcha. They love matcha. Which is good for me. But yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of like Chinese Lunar New Year one, but I will be in Taiwan for about 2 weeks. So rip bozos. At the Austin one. I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. No streams. So we're just gonna take this apart real quick. I know, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I think we're like Potato was considering going, but she might have missed the time frame to buy tickets. But the time frame she's thinking about going will be during Chinese New Year, so it's gonna be insane. Well, well, I say that, but I heard a lot of things are closed for the New Year's, so yeah, to Taiwan. We were talking about it, but I think she might have missed the time frame. But I'm going to Taiwan for, I don't know if you guys remember gym leader Nathan, his wedding. They're doing a destination wedding, so that would be really fun. I haven't been to Taiwan in like over, I want to say like 20 years. So, hi Dave. I thought I saw a Golf the other day, but turns out it's just a Jetta. This is a Tofu65 3.0. I know. Hi, the board looks so nice. Seems Tofu's making a big comeback. Yeah, I heard the 2.0 is not very good. I didn't build it personally, but I heard the 3.0 has been received a lot better. Oh, are the edges sharp? Yes, they are. We built the 60 already, and now we're building the 65. Okay. This is waterboard skirts. I want to do a solo trip to Europe for March. Solo trip. That would be fun. Hello, Pikachu. Have a good look. I have too much anxiety to do solo trips. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just too paranoid to do it. Solo trip to SoCal, eh? Who wants to go to SoCal? Wait, how long are you gonna be? How long are you gonna be in Spain? Maybe I could find a pottery fellowship and we could go together. I'll go to Spain with you for like a month. While I do pottery. There are a lot of fellowships in Europe. Okay, we'll do that there. I feel like fellowships are usually 4 to 6 weeks. So we'll see. Yeah, I took this off. Oh yeah, so these weights have 4 screws for each of them, so a total of 8. I just took off the front 2. I want to do pottery fellowships, but I have a dog with separation anxiety, so I either don't go or I take her with me. Okay. So here is one of the weights removed. So you can see it's a big cavity for the battery. One thing I will mention is I have ran into issues with cavities, like battery cavities causing some resonance. But to combat this, you either have something filling it in, so like a battery, or you have like little foam blocks. I don't see any like offered, so I wonder if that will be an issue. But that is something, I guess, if it is an issue, I wonder how they would address it. It looks like there are the weights, the screw points, they are more like posts, so it helps you align it. Yeah, I mean, you could just do like your own foam blocks, but I'm assuming you don't need to put any force brake of some sort with these like anchor points, but yeah, they are basically like raised a little higher to help you align it. I have ran into that issue, but I guess we'll see. We can do like a test. But that shows that each of the cases, basically the cavity is already in there. There's not like a difference between like, oh, if you get the non-tri-mode one, then there won't be a cavity, if that makes sense. So they just all have the cavity just in case. But if the resonance is an issue, then they will probably need to have some kind of foam block. Or they might be like just do it yourself. We'll see. So the 60 I had batteries, so I didn't really run into that issue, I think. Did I have batteries? But I don't remember the resonance actually being a thing, so maybe it'll be okay. It's just, in the past, I have ran into issues regarding that, so maybe it'll be fine here. And I think, I don't remember which board, but they did account for that. Basically, you could pick to get like steel or just like metal weights to put inside if you wanted, or you could pick to get like the foam or batteries. Hello, Eggy. My parents are playing with Jamie right now. He's laughing. He stood up by himself the other day. Not walking, but did stand up. Sister's very excited. I'm assuming these are for a force break. Just add these. Can you hear them? uh, Let me make sure real quick. Okay, yeah. My parents just got back today from their camping trip. Okay. You ruined heated rivalry for me with that missing tooth TikTok. That's so good. uh, that's funny. It was very dramatic, right? My nephew is obsessed with police and ambulance sirens. He just screams siren sounds. Oh my gosh. Kind of reminds me of like birds that pick up and imitate sirens. Especially like mockingbirds. Oh, you're still thinking about it, so it definitely left an impression. It's so bad. Also, I forgot to mention you could do top mount, but we're not gonna do top mount. The 3 mounting styles. Okay. I guess I didn't talk about the top piece, but here you can see where the top mounts would be. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. It does avoid the spacebar for those who are wondering. Looks like the top mounting is also going to be the same parts for the plate, for these plate silicone pellets. However, it looks like the PCB pellets is gonna be a little it's gonna be staggered a little differently, right? So you see this cubby is for the top mount and for the plate, whereas this little, I guess, part right here is for the PCB. So they're like slightly different. Ew, beige. I know. Don't remind me. But yeah, you can see it right here. So it does have, it is, whatchamacallit? It is almost like a cubby, so it's recessed in, basically to keep it in place. Yeah, those are the mounting points. Yeah, so now let's do the stabilizers. I'm gonna split the backspace. Don't at me. We're splitting the backspace. They gave me beige. I split backspace. Easy. You know what? I might even split the left shift as well. Less stabs. I might just do that. Yeah, it is my protest. Well, I love split backspace. That's so gross. Well, apparently you can't just call beige beige. You have to give it numbers. So I didn't know that. Posture check, thank you. In fact, I will stand up and stretch. Okay, we're good. They're GMK colors. Yeah, and what's your point? I don't know what this size is, but we're using it. Okay. If I slip backspace the book the movie back. It was funny because I used to be a split backspace hater until someone gave me a keyboard that was automatically split backspace. I was like forced to use it, and then as I used it, I was like, oh, this actually feels good. So shout out to that person. Because they're the ones who forcefully converted me, but in a good way, you know. You can thank them for that. Insty, what the heck? I like, so for a 60, I like the split shift because then I could do arrow keys, right? You can remap them like arrow keys. That's cool. So basically, if you have a 1.5, a 1U, a 1.5, and then you have to split. So let me show you. So you know, like, some people don't like 60s because they're like, well, because there's no arrow keys. What you can do is you can basically remap this to your arrow keys. So having this split is really nice. Right? So just remap this. Oh yeah, if you have wing keyless, then unfortunate. Uh, and basically there was a heated rivalry thing that they're referencing because you know, like once you like run out of the original series, then people start creating like fanfics to keep the lore going. Well, I've I found one where in an alternative universe, Shane had really bad teeth, and he was finally getting like a teeth transplant from an unknown donor, and turns out that it was from Ilya. That's so funny. That's what they're referencing right now. This is the Heat of Rivalry fanfic, tooth transplant edition. I raw dogged my way into learning and adapting HHKB arrows for my Alice. You know what? They were trying to get me to do that too, but I just use Arisu. Problem solved. Okay. He's saying HHKB arrows for the Alice. I think HHKB looks good. What's up, Cloudy? You got permud and RTZ? What did you do? Oh no. I was actually explaining to chat the other day how um there's there's a weird dynamic sometimes with like the male Dota streamers and like other female streamers. I said, chat, how does he always find a way to bail his teammates down? What are you gonna do without RTZ in your life? I was mainly talking about like the whole like because I used to watch a lot of Admiral Bulldog, but uh way back then. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was actually thinking about going and buying your first HHKB board. Yeah. Basically, they find this girl to like queue with, and they're like weirdly sexual with them, and then uh they'll like make advances on them, and they either not like reciprocate, but like one day they'll stop playing with them, and chat will be like, "Where is so and so?" They're like, "Shit, bitches ain't shit," you know. It's like, oh, she rejected you. Then that's what happened. God, I hated watching Eternal Envy. I didn't like watching Eternal Envy. Artesia is funny, yes. Ness, if you go to Japan, you can get them for cheap. It's almost about us listening to League talk. Yeah, I mean, Dota's pretty toxic. Yeah, Japan is like the motherland to HHKB. I would play games 12 hours a day if I had like massive viewership. Like, oh, it could be mental illness or some kind of anxiety. I mean, mental illness is just an umbrella, right? There could be a lot of things. Wait, you would know that. You're a doctor. You should read the DSM for fun. What is that? It lists the criteria for mental illnesses. Does it really? Is it like bad? Okay, you guys, I need a TikTok cleanse. No, I do because I feel like my phone was listening to me and now it's giving me AI videos of Omegaverse but with mermaids. So I am getting AI videos of male mermaids. No, it's not. It's because I mentioned stuff about Omegaverse because I was talking about a creator who trolls his coworker by reading Omegaverse stuff. And I think because I watched those videos and it talks about Omegaverse, now they're like, oh, you like Omegaverse stuff. But it's not that I like that stuff, it's just I like watching his coworker just kind of like stare at him like, what the fuck is this? What is wrong with this guy? There's a difference, okay? Why do I low-key want to build a key ball? Yugs, when are you sending me your wrist rest? I'm gonna print out photos of Ginkgo and just put it in there. Wait, was it TKL or what? I know, I cuddle with her a lot. It's just I don't post it. I have tons of photos. Like, uh, like here's me and her for cuddling. Uh, Here she is right here. I also have this one. I'm cuddled with her as well. Um, This one, she's cuddling with me as well. What else? Yeah, she's just always cuddling with me. Chat, should I buy another Pro Hybrid? Or what? Oh wait, yes, I had someone answer your question. What did they say? Oh. He was so cute. I did hear that, yes. I know. NC spams me with heated rivalry stuff, but I mean, so do I. Well, I don't spam NC ever. I'm very casual about it. But any news? No. Why would I watch hockey? It's not the hockey. It's not the boy love. It's the romance and the yearning that I like, okay? I feel like it's the wrong type of fans because everyone's gonna assume hockey players have like some kind of gay forbidden romance now. It is, yes. And they do. Well, Heat of Rivalry is basically the Canadian version of uh Yuri was it Yuri on Ice? I cannot believe Insti yesterday just straight up asked Ajax for thirst traps, or if he had any. What the heck? Not my Can you do that? Well, because I said Ajax works out. It's like Ajax, you got it. There's traps. It's like, oh my god. I just assumed all Canadians would know Heat of Rivalry. Also, Connor was saying how they had a stand-up meeting or like an icebreaker, and he saw one girl, basically like what TV shows you've been watching. He saw one person type or put Heat of Rivalry, but then like she quickly deleted it because probably not workplace appropriate. It was like but it makes sense because he works for a Canadian company, so truck like truck-kun, like the isekai truck. It's not loading for me. Wait, we have Torquies, what? This emote's not loading for me, so. Oh, wait, just loaded. Ooh. Denied. I thought it was gonna be Truck-kun, like, truck hitting me. And isekai me. That is like a weirdly specific stereotype. Hey, you trying to tell us something? Yeah, I crave eternal sleep. I hope Truck-kun finishes the job. And I don't want to be isekai, by the way. If anyone deserves to be isekai, it's me. Are you sure about that? I doubt they have Maple Story in alternative universes. You really wanted to be isekai? I see a truck one. Water magician. Press C? Oh my god. Those who know, know? You guys, I was supposed to watch Gay Vampires yesterday with NC. I did not make it 15 minutes. I woke up some point, saw they were watching Free and I was like, hell yeah, brother. Fell right back asleep. I was asleep. I fell asleep waiting for my iPad to freaking finish updating. The series? Which one? The vampire? Yeah, it has really good ratings. Love that. Don't you hate it when you're waiting for your device to shut down and you fall asleep? Yep. That's me yesterday. Can I tell you guys something? I was gonna go to LA with my cousin this weekend, but I had to do this pop-up and then I also had like the sponsor stream, so I couldn't. But the reason I was gonna go to LA with her is because she's at a wedding where her ex boyfriend is a groomsman, and I've just been very like stressed out for her because like she broke up with him, but you know, he found someone really fast after her, and basically like she's been looking, and she's, you know, going through, you know, like lots of workouts. She does Pilates, she does solid core, she does rowing, like, you know, she's like basically becoming like a hot baddie, but anyways. And I mean, she felt like she shouldn't like be ashamed, or she shouldn't feel like she couldn't go because it's like her friend too, you know. And like she's the one who broke up with him. And you know, like she shouldn't be ashamed of going whatnot. And I've been texting her because I'm worried about her, and I felt like I really should have gone with her. And she just texted me that her ex-boyfriend has a balding spot. That's why I left, because I was like, hell yeah. So that's why I normally try not to text when I. But yeah, so I've been texting her because I knew she was just like stressing about it, but she texted me he has a bald spot. I was like, okay. From from where? Who's got a stream set up? I don't know. BTC in LA? Not really. Who in LA still streams? Like no one. Aside from Frank. I'm not really close enough with like Tim to ask him. Frank maybe, but he has a baby, or he has a family, and that would be weird. I want to intrude on that. Oh my god, are you guys really? It's okay. I know where Yugs lives, so I now know where you live. So you just doxed yourself. Patty, weren't you asleep when you went to my house? Yeah. And if you told me how to get to your, if you asked me to go to your house, I would have no fucking clue. But if I saw your house, I'd be like, oh, that's Yug's house. So good enough, right? Yeah. So, I mean, eventually I would find your house. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, switches. Mm, wait, was this semi enough? I don't think I have enough. This is empty. How many are in here? I don't think I have it, unfortunately. There's only like 1 or 2 in each city now. Yes, but I built the Tofu60 with the rollers. I have these switches. I have enough though. I should. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh yeah, I have enough. No, I'm pretty sure these are HMX shoes. SUs, I think. Maybe objective, no. Yes, it's sparkling. Yes. Okay, let's do PEI first. Yeah, Yags joined our guild Discord and saw I was like, foot pedal. Yeah. Hi, Fruit. Fruit, before I forget, I'm going to need you to go to Costco tomorrow. Got a glizzies. What the? Does our Costco even do the executive hours? Maybe they do. Oh, I have the executive hours. Well, I need to go. I have to go to Lauren's to go pick up all the stuff because she's not here, so she can't ring it. So, setup is at 10:30. So, I think while you go to Costco, I'm gonna go to Lauren's, and then we'll just meet at Riata. Matthew's bringing stuff too, so should be okay. Your push to talk, your foot pedal. That reminds me, you need to downgrade. Oh my gosh. Is it a lot more? I don't remember it being like that much more. But maybe I'm misremembering. I see. You can't just like... well, I spend a lot for my pop-ups, so that's the only reason I got it. Like on top of like the stuff I already buy personally, it's like I use a lot for, I like buy my milks and all my supplies from there. Yeah, I try to only get my gas from there too. No, they didn't give me a card. Their card machine was broken, so I have a photo on my, I use their like phone app. Which might be more convenient. I saw Sam's Club is like really starting to do, they're getting more content creators to like promote them. Like, oh my god. Desmat sale when? Like my personal Desmat? See. I took a video with my nails and a Costco hot dog. Does that count? Yeah, I mean, I bet California Costco's are crazy. Yeah. Oh, can you guys update the command? These are HMX SUs. We have PEI, carbon fiber, and PC plates. Hello, Jabronis. Keyboard are you making, QWERTY? Yeah, it's a Tofu 65 HMX SU SU. I don't know any of those specs, but I'm happy for you. Took out loans just to afford it? Never mind. Maybe not the smartest. They made a 65 V3, they did. Hello, Fat Free. I 3D printed something, look. I ran out of the green, so I had to swap to the white, but this is for my ceramic wheel. So when I throw, I could... yeah. I didn't design it. Yes, it is a stock green. I know, it looks okay, so... Oh wait, you know what? I think I mentioned it wrong earlier. So mounting, I made it seem like there were, what? 3 mounting styles, but there's actually only 2. The top mount is with the silicone pellets, so my bad. Now that I'm like thinking about it. But basically how it works is if you look at this, right? See how that part kind of sticks out? Almost looks like a retainer. But what you do is you would put it right there inside this like little gap. Okay. And then you would screw it on. Yeah, sorry about that. I just realized I probably separated it into 3 parts, but it's actually 2. But yeah, these gaskets go on the top. For the top mount. Okay. Discord link for Opus is broken, by the way. Oh my god, fat-free water. Did you clear the links? Did you clear the invites? What the heck? No, I set it to never expire. Can you link to your Discord for us? so people can buy the opus. I have not. As a surprise. Oh, I actually don't have enough gaskets. You're giving them out? Like right now? Should we do a giveaway for chat? Who wants the opus? Wait, I actually have enough switches. Do you guys want to hear what it sounds like with the roller, or are you guys okay with the Sue? I actually found another box, so I do have enough. Do you guys have a preference? Okay. I'm actually missing one piece for this. But what color do you have? What color opus do you have? We can give away one. It's nothing wrong with it. Oh, shoot. I'm missing one silicone palette. This one's empty. Let's see. But these are empty too, which means I have it somewhere. Let me try and find it real quick. Oh shoot, okay. I'm trying to find which ones I have in the board. Let's see. I have to take it out. This is what I was trying to find. I was hoping I didn't have them in it, so I just grab it, but I have to open this, unfortunately. Where is it? I'm doing a stream next week. Yeah. Alright, Fat Free, which one do you want to give away? What color? Alright, chat. How do I set up giveaway? Nightbot? Okay, hold on. Wait, was that one of the ones from TwitchCon? They made Nightbot more random apparently now too. Like with the giveaways, or was it not random before? Or people complaining too much about it? Hmm. So it was like favoring users, perhaps? I do, yes. I have one set? Uh, Wob? Hell no. Why would I own Wob? It's Blue Moon. The only Wob I have is Midnight Rainbow. No. No. It's it's GMK. CYL. I guess for the reel, this video can be, I can feature both, right? Like at the same time. I still need to make the reel for this, but since they're basically very the same, other than like some of the colorways, I think that would be good. Don't sex shame me. Oh my gosh. True, Avo. like a piece of rice stuck in my somewhere. I can't get it out. Don't you hate it when that happens? Once I get this set up, then we can do then I'll have a keyword and I can do the giveaway. Was there something with DCS recently? I feel like DCS wasn't very popular. Are there more people running it now, or? Oh, I see. Root beer. Who does DCS again? Is it SP or? SP, okay. And were they were bought out, right? Or not yet? Oh, really? Which person? The one trying to sell it or the one trying to buy it? Oh, he offered to buy and then dipped? Oh. Pat, is GMK Windbreaker the only GB you're in? Yeah. History Sound, was that the one we just watched? There's like the Divina Papaya Coco latte yata one that I was considering, but I was considering it. I liked it. I knew it was gonna be sad, as he talked about him in past tense. The whole movie, but that's not bad. Okay, what keycaps are we doing for this one? I feel like I have to use the rubber hose one. Handsets. I have um a tiramisu with that. I can't. I don't want to use it. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. What about the Serica? So, I want to tell you guys something. I gave my Serica away to an old guildie, and so I just bought myself like another one because they sold Serica for like super cheap, but that guildie left on bad terms, so kind of awkward. Actually. Not too long, it's D. Yeah, not too long. You're good. Yeah, we're just doing keycaps now, so. I was just telling some history on why I have a brand new Serica. Because I gave it away to an old guildie who left on bad terms, and that was a very strange chapter in our guild life. But maybe you guys remember who I'm talking about. Wait, do you guys want to know the story? Or you guys are, or do you guys, like, don't care? I don't know how invested you guys are in knowing the backstory of this person. Do you guys miss the WoW streams? I miss some of the people, but I think I'm happier overall. Oh, this is wrong then. No, it's not. It's just the stabilizer I had, so we went with it. Well, so the person who I gave this to, he actually used to be in another guild, but that guild disbanded, but I kind of had ties to them because I did raid testing with them a lot. But, I mean, they were not, like, a very nice group of people, and a lot of them, you know, did the whole thing where they found my stream, they, like, were nice to me, like, at face, but, like, behind the scenes were, like, you know, sexualizing me and stuff like that, but I didn't find out about that until, like, way later. However, like, this person used to be an officer, but then they had, like, a bad falling out with the guild, and the guild ended up, like, disbanding in general. So, later on, they applied to our guild, and I remembered them because I was like, oh, this is actually the officer that, like, reached out to me and, like, apologized for the way that, you know, people in the guild were acting. And he applied with one of, with another guy. And, like, things were okay for a while. I felt particularly invested in this, oh god, sorry. I felt invested in this individual because, you know, basically told me that they, like, had a condition and, like, they were dying. And so I always felt somewhat, like, protective of them because it's like they beat cancer, but then they had, like, this weird illness. Like, thinking back on it, I actually don't know, like, it sounded legit, right? But anyways, and yeah, I just felt, like, particularly invested in this individual because, you know, they're like to the point where I was on a trip and they were like, can I talk to you? And I was like, yeah, sure, you know, and just, like, telling me how they were so scared of, like, dying and stuff like that. And it's two mounting stats. And yeah, I just felt, you know, particularly invested in this individual because I was like, I can't even imagine, you know, knowing that I'm gonna die. But long story short, like, apparently the person got like misdiagnosed. Gasket. So it uses silicon. There's like specific names. Silicon pellets for the PCB, which means that you could theoretically do plateless, and then it uses top mount, but the top mount uses silicon pellets as well, but it mounts onto the plate. So almost kind of like a like burger mount, similar to that. Basically, there's a buffer in between the top mount. Like it's not your traditional top mount. There is like a little silicone piece to kind of buffer that. Yeah. No, so he had cancer, he beat it, and then he had the terminal. So he had, I don't remember what it was, but basically, like something was wrong with his heart. Then later on, he went to go check it, and they were like, "We might have misdiagnosed you." Yeah, I mean it's a little different from burger, but kind of close-ish. So he basically went back to have his test, and they're like, "You know what? Basically, you're gonna live." And yeah, the colors are, one moment. I have the product page is not out, but I do have a link that they sent me. So top case are 10 colors. For Anno, you have black, silver, gray, red, pine green, raw, light blue, navy blue, light purple. And then you also have E white and EL9. So this is the L9. Bottom case, you have anodized black, silver, gray, red, navy blue, raw, anno black with texture, anno red with texture, anno silver with texture, copper, stainless steel raw. You also have E white and EU9. So I have the EU9 right here. Yeah, it's most of the colors of the 60s. I'm not sure. They haven't released it yet. It's gonna be late January. There might be the custom. I'm assuming there's going to be, but it's very similar to what the 60 offers. Okay. I'm assuming they're gonna do the custom. But yeah, no product page, so I can't. The 60 and 65 are basically the same, other than layout. You know what? I tried asking Bob too. It's like, when's the release date? Oh my god. Oh, my H is not working, that's why. Okay, give me a second. Let me just test everything. I don't know who has a raw board off the top of my head. I've never owned one either, so. Not bad so far. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Same with the 60. I've built the 60, yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, if I remember correctly, uses file. There it is. Split backspace. 025. Caps lock color. Blue. That's cool. You can change the caps lock color. Okay, and this one is. Oop. Oop. No. No RBG or underglow. How do you do errors on a 60? You can either use layers, or you can do, I'll show you a really janky way. Yeah, you can tap dance, but basically if you get this layout, you can remap this cluster right here to an arrow key set. But I mean, I don't know how often you use like these keys, right? But that is also an option you can do. I learned this from someone because I was like, so you can either use like tap dance, you could use like the layers where you hold like this key. Some people will actually change like their control right as well, or like their caps to a layer, but you can also do something like that if you wanted to. Oh yeah, then it won't work. It's really just about finding something that works for you, but those are a few options. Okay. So this first config is the PEI top mount the silicon. Some people do. Plus it's also something that you train yourself, especially like if you don't have the key there. Hello Jedi, what's up? Okay, let's do this. Okay, sorry, I actually had something stuck in my throat. Alright, so this is the Tofu65 3.0. We are. Oh god, what is that? This is the PEI plate with HMX2 switches, no foam, and this is the top mount with the silicone. Sorry, I have like something stuck in my throat. This has no foam. I hear. So, yeah, this has the copper weight, but there is an empty space in the cavity of the board. Let me see. Let me try adding something to fill it. One sec. Yeah, I think part of that is the PEI plate. No, I wasn't given any. I don't know if they plan on giving that later on, but I didn't have any, at least that I saw. Hello, Diego. Hello, Siviet. No, I didn't get any. Oh, they did send it out with production? Okay. Okay, that's good. You need a favor? What's up? Yeah, you, as long as you have something to fill it up with that's non-destructive and doesn't, like, resonate, then yeah, you potentially could, in my opinion. But, Mason's reading too fast. Can you cancel his coup? His what? Okay, so I'm gonna fill up this cavity. I fell asleep. Not because it was boring, but because I was waiting for my iPad to update and I've passed out. Like I was really tired already. But I told Insty that. So it's not like it was a surprise. I did tell Insty. I was like, I'm tired. I could maybe do one. I'm wondering if Via can do tap dance with custom delays like that. I know Vile is a lot better for that kind of stuff, but maybe with the new web browser Via you're able to, however, not sure. I mean, it's not even that. It was just more like I was so tired and I had already fallen. Like I was on the verge of passing out. Okay, so our issue is we have these cavities that we need to fill. Yeah, I mean that I was already so tired. So we need to fill these cavities. I don't know if I have anything like phone blocks available, but I guess I could just hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now, but okay. This is what we have. This is where we're gonna work with. Oh, that's actually a good fit. Yeah. Normally you would have the batteries, but I don't have it. Oh, you guys. So, hopefully you guys won't have to do what I'm doing. But, I mean, Pancake said that they did send it out with production, so that's good to know. At least with the tofu. So, you guys should be good on that front. I have done some pottery streams, yeah. Not too often, just because, like, sometimes the internet connection is not good there, and, like, just trying to figure out, like, a better way to, stream without, like, disconnecting every... What? It's not very often that I disconnect, but just trying to find something that's more consistent. I think that's been, like, the hardest thing. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna tell them, right? I don't need to tell them. Okay, thank you. No, I don't. I live at home, so, we don't have room here, unfortunately. But hoping this year gonna move out and maybe get something a little bit more dedicated. Or maybe just, like, finding a studio, like, renting out a studio is also an idea I floated. We'll see. Lots of things to consider. But right now, I go to a public studio, and I have a 24-hour membership. And if I'm the only one there, then I can stream, but sometimes I'm not. And you know, I know a lot of these people are, like, private, and, like, I also don't want anyone to, like, be on my stream that doesn't want to be, you know. I don't want to, like, make anyone uncomfortable at the studio. Yeah, I mean, I do, so. There's some night owls out there. Yeah. The owner is actually a night owl, which is why she created, the 24-hour memberships in the first place. Just in case there were, like, other people like her out there. Otherwise, there's actually not that many 24-hour studios here. There's maybe like 2 to 3. Meanwhile, there's like many studios, but only a few of them are 24-hour. Plus, 24 hours is a little scary, especially like you have to really trust the member, right? But they have cameras, so they can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is still top mount, but I've now filled the cavities, so the battery cavities. Yeah, I think once we filled in the cavities and this just sounded a lot more consistent, a little fuller. I mean some people like that sound that we heard earlier, but I guess I kind of knew it was gonna be from like the cavities. Yeah. Okay. But let's hear what it sounds like with uh the what is it? Silicone pellets. And then we'll actually do I just said monkey type sesh. Oh, this monkey type sesh I messed up a lot. I had a lot of typos. You're still slow motion? Nah. I mean, like the streamers are gonna be a little faster, but I see. I don't know if being in the hundreds is even like considered average. I think that's like high. You're good. I'm talking in like monsters like Diego or Teja. Diego types really fast, or Frank. Basically all the Koreans. Now that I think about it. I type a little slower these days because I have longer nails. Um, but yeah. I was saying you type fast. And if you guys are like, Patty, just get rid of your nails. Well, you know what? I like my nails, okay? Frank, if I came to LA, could I stream using your stream setup? Like, hypothetically. Well, I don't know. It's like Yegs was saying, like, oh, I could have gone to LA to do my sponsored streams. I was like, well, no one in LA streams anymore except for Frank, but he's a family, so realistically, I can't really ask. Yeah, it's not happening. It was like a hypothetical. Because before I would just stream out like, say, like Kiwis, but you know. Okay, so these are the little silicone pellets, and they just slide on to the PCB. There is a top and a bottom side, but technically Tim still has his stream set up. Yeah, I guess so. So the flat part goes on the top. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'm close enough to Tim to be like, can I stream at your place? Good night. You know, I do know how to babysit babies now, as per my nephew. Yeah, earlier I got breast milk on my hair. My nephew was drinking and he took the bottle out of his mouth, started laughing, and got breast milk all over my hair. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go shower. Thank you, you turd. It's my fault for picking him up while he was eating dinner, I guess. Oh my goodness, they didn't give me enough for this one either. And oh no, they did. Okay, never mind. It just rolled off. Yeah, I mean, thankfully he has not peed on me yet like that. That's the bad thing about boys is they have a penis, so they can spray it up. Whereas, like, if it were a girl, it would just go down. But I have not. I've changed a handful. I know, thankfully it hasn't hit me yet. Me? There's no way you're asking me. I don't know, there's just something weird about... Because it's my sisters, you know? I have knitted, and honestly, there was this one League of Legends player um who ended up being like a really weirdo, and he showed up on my feed again because he was having a baby, and he was like trying like different milks and seeing if he could pinpoint his wife's breast milk, and I was like, this is really fucking weird. I saw like real or girl. No, yeah, that's not really something I want to do. I know. Sponsored stream, by the way. I mean, yeah, if it's your wife, but like, why would you record yourself? You know, doing that. I guess that's something like it's only weird if you make it weird. Yeah, I suppose. Okay. Instinct is so progressive compared to the rest of us. Alright guys, so this is using the silicone pellets on the PCB. Okay. So now let's do for this one, I think we'll do foam, and then we'll also do a plateless instead of doing like the other plates. Because I think for the Tofu60, I did, you know, multiple plates with no foam, and this one I'll just do the PEI with foam and then the plateless. I think foam is fine. There's nothing wrong with foam. Why would anyone hate you for that? There are some boards where I think sounds better with foam. Yeah, right. So we'll just do that mix. I think it's a good mix. I mean, here's the thing, is that, there are a certain group of people that, you know, brands will target. And there's nothing wrong with that. May not be what I guess some enthusiasts are looking for, but definitely a market. So there's no point on shitting on foam. You could argue it's like, whatchamacallit? It's just preference at the end of the day. Someone out there is gonna want the foam. And I feel like brands would be shooting themselves in the foot if they don't include it. So might as well include it. I think there's also like an argument where it's like, if you need foam in your board to sound quote unquote good, I say that's BS because like, what if that's just the sound signature they like? I think the biggest thing is just saying like all foam boards sound the same-ish. Right, I think that's like people's gripes. Wasn't Tomo the one that everyone thought they could flip it? For that group, I did really well. That's funny. That what happened to Cappy? Oh, plastic bits. Bull actually reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to build the Jiren? God, I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry. So it looks like I will be building one of those. So if you guys have been looking forward to that, I will be building one. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know either, Ed, so, I mean, me and pronunciations, you know, I get nitpicked on random shit all the time. So. Bajé. Why does it feel like people feel like they can say stuff to me and correct me? If it's a valid correction, sure, but I don't know. If I'm working on my computer, I will actually always have a Twitch tab open. Like today I was watching Emo, I watched Turtle Cat, but usually if I'm like I don't like watch it if I'm not on my computer. Does it make sense? Wait, let's actually do the we'll do the phone first. Play this. Do you guys want to hear plateless last or plateless first? Plateless first, okay. Oh god, we have a tie. Oh god, we still have a tie. Oh god. Okay, the first tiebreaker. Last, okay. So we're gonna go. First, stop. Stop it. Ayo. Cease. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where the foam kit. Did I put it back? Okay, first. Let me see first. Okay, I'll do first. Hydrate, thank you. Is this real? Where it's like, here's some things that I found a lot of people have in their 30s. Anxiety, a dog, and a dog with anxiety. I was like, okay, yeah. That sounds about right. Do you have a cat? Yeah, my dog has anxiety. She's very hachi-coded. Hachiko. Like the Akita Inu that like waited at the train station for its owners. She's the same way. I leave and she's just waiting for me. I actually took a picture with that statue when I went to Japan. Oh, Bob is here. Okay, Pancake, you can mention it to Bob now. Bob just responded to me. You know, I think what Yeg said was right, is that they send me beige because it's the only one left, because... no one picks beige. Say the B word again? You bit. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Merchant, that was mean. My bad. Absolutely no one picks beige? Yeah, I know. So this was actually my fault though, because he asked me for the colors and I only told him the color for the 60. And I didn't tell him for the 65. Because I thought they were sending them separately. Good night, Emo. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the hydrates. Thanks for the stream. Good night. Thank you for the bits and the posture check. Actually, I have good posture right now. Good night. Coward. Motion didn't do anything yet. Hair color redeem. You have enough for hair color? I have beige hair. What are you talking about? Kind of beige. It actually used to be very close to beige, but I cut off a lot of the lighter parts. No, so I have the peekaboo hair where it's like black on top and then the color at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm not butch enough to pull those off. $1900s hair. What the heck? Four, five, six, seven. Is Insty a dinosaur? I don't know. I feel like Insty is more in tune with memes and shit these days than some of the people. I think like dinosaurs, I think of like people who just don't keep up with anything. Like Insty is explaining to me these memes, you know? I don't know jack shit. There was a study that showed like if you play video games regularly, especially when you're older, it actually helps keep you like smarter and on your toes. So if my parents are always like, if they ever bring up the video games thing, I'm just gonna tell them that. Yeah. And just play your games. Hey. How many times does Incy call me dumb a day? That's like asking how many times Incy lets you know he's gay in a day. Like, hello, Kim. Oh, how's your pizza making going? Did you make pizza this weekend? Have you guys ever ate pizza with like cheese in the crust? Is it really good? As good as people say? It just sounds like it would be like super oily. Can't stand it. Oh, I don't like pizza and ranch. But that's like a staple, right? I don't eat ranch because it makes my tummy hurt. That's why for Caesar salad, I always make my own dressing. Okay, this is plateless. Hi guys, this one is the plateless configuration with HMX switches. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always a plateless girly. I love plateless. That's usually the config I'll go with. With The hot swap it's a little bit more difficult, but they will be offering soldered PCB, so it's definitely a viable option. Okay, so now let's do with foam the 2 configs and then we'll be done. I hope you had a good walk, Kim. Did you go with your dookie? Does it feel like switches will fly out of these sockets? No. No. It was really bad with the Tofu TKL, but these are a bit more tight, but could be the switches I used. What switches go best with plate, like to secure or like sound? Yeah, the Tofu TKL, I did a playlist, I'm pretty sure, and I brought it to a meetup and they just kept popping out. I was like, oh my god, help me. My preference? I guess it depends. Like, if you like the clean and poppy, like what Stanley was saying, then you go with like a long pole. So for example, like the Sousa long pole, I have HMX Emos and my Bear, which is half plate, and that sounds really good too. I think if you use like the shorter or the shorter pole ones, it just ends up sounding a bit too soft for my preference, but I mean, I think long poles definitely sound good. I also like the way plateless feels, because it's just a lot softer, because you don't have the feedback of the plate. And if you ever restart your keyboard journey, which one would you go for your first keep? Like, do I have a budget or unlimited? Unlimited? I mean, I feel like my default answer would just be the Bear as like my first keyboard. But if it were like unlimited and I could get any Bear or any keyboard I'd want, it would probably be the what was the Spirited Away board? The like one of 3. Ryan had one, he sold it. I'm forgetting the name. Yeah, Abu Raya, yeah. I did. I liked everything about that board. I mean, that's okay. Imagine if Jian ever made it. Why didn't he? I want to say that was a private. I know, Elvin asked me a while ago, but it's just like, I want to get my own custom one day. Yeah, I also got offered by, what's his name? Goofy ass Thomas. Thomas as well. Oh, I love Jackie boards. I don't own any Kohakus. But one day I'll get a Ginkgo commission. Yeah, one day. I did say a bear. I did say a bear. But if I had like unlimited, then a Raya. I'm still waiting on the Sailor Moon board to come out. Yegs. I mean, I have the idea and everything. I just need to find a designer that actually wants to, a designer vendor that actually wants to like run it. Magical Girl board. Could ask Holly. I feel like Holly's kind of an enigma. Plus, I feel like sometimes Holly likes me and sometimes he's just like, doesn't. KBD is starting to do a lot of theme boards. Yeah, I saw. The designer of the most recent, like the samurai, or not samurai, but it had like a lot of Japanese themes. They came in here. I wish I could have built that board, but it's really good. Santoya, no, that one was the One Piece one. It was the, You're in bed? What the? Where's my Sailor Moon keyboard, you turd? The Gundam Haku is the Grail Haku. If I could get one, yeah. That one, Diego built one, right? Oh, sit up. Oh, that's an interesting typo. I saw that too. I was like, wait. Oh, wait. I had to read that like multiple times before I realized, oh, that's a typo. I saw in the Teja Discord server that some of the channels have been renamed. Oh, you're the one who renamed them? I see. I wonder if Teja even likes streaming in the first place. Because, like, even if you fall out of love with keyboards, it's like for me, even if I stopped doing keyboards, I would still stream. I don't know. It's like barely live. It's like just come to SoCal and ask him. Nah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I just genuinely enjoy streaming. Like, even if I didn't have keyboards. I don't know if I would have an audience. Well, actually, no. I know I would have an audience even if I stopped streaming keyboards these days, but like before it was kind of like I felt like I had to stream keyboards. Yeah. When's the XSW meet and greet? I don't know if I would ever have a dedicated one because I had a friend who had one and some person showed up in a GIMP suit. Well, they didn't show up in a GIMP suit, but they mentioned to the streamer that they had a GIMP suit. So it was kind of like, oh. Like in their car, like in their trunk. Like, yes, it's a PDI play, yeah. I mean, also the group he got involved with, I mean, if only you guys knew, like, a fraction of the drama, you know? Yeah, D-Loud. I don't know if I would ever have a dedicated meetup, just because you never really know, but I will go to meetups. You might catch me at a keyboard one. Some people do. Sometimes I'm very elusive, though. Just like streamer drama in general. Pop-ups? No, I don't have time to talk to anyone. Like, I held my first keyboard pop-up. I was so busy making drinks that, like, pretty much the people who went, for example, like Kim, had to talk to people about the boards. Like, I was just... I was so busy making drinks, I have no time to talk to anyone, nor do I want to talk to anyone, because it's like, hey, I would love to talk, but I'm making drinks, so bye! Serve water. I mean, some of you have seen me at meetups. I don't know. The people who see me at meetups, like, I feel like I'm maybe more quiet in real life. This board, Bob answered this question. This board releases January 30th. I'm basically the same. Same, but different. You know? I have bad posture. I'm very soft-spoken. And, I definitely feel a little awkward. But, I don't know. People tell you, no, Pat, you're not awkward. But that's because they know me. But in terms of, like, newer people meeting me, like... I don't know. I don't even know if there's anyone in chat who could say, like, they've met me once and can confirm that I'm awkward. Because I feel like most people know me a little better. You should go to Keep Life. I feel way too shy to attend a meetup. Yeah, it can be very daunting, but I think that's the beauty with keyboard meetups is that it seems like it would be scary, but people are just there to enjoy keyboards. So, yeah, there's like no expectations or anything. People we know don't even care about keyboards. Yeah, and like you might feel like maybe it's clicky, which I could kind of see that, but in reality it's not, you know? If you're feeling a keyboard and you go up, like people are more than willing and more than glad to just like tell you about their board, right? I don't know, people are sweet. And there's actually girlies there, you know, to talk to. I'd actually say the keyboard community or these meetups have a healthy amount of females that attend. So if you don't want to talk to men, understandable, right? There are girlies there that would love to talk. Yeah. Lies. I mean, girlies want to talk to girlies. Girlies don't want to talk to men, so, you know. So if you're like, why don't the girlies talk to me? Ask yourself, am I a girly? And if you don't check that box, then sorry. What if you don't want to talk to men or women? You don't have to. You just go type on boards. I think if you're new, it's a good experience. It is, yeah. And then as you go to like more you meet or you see people that you recognize, you know. Okay, this first one is PCB. The gay people are there, but they're not like, they don't wear like name tags. Hi, I'm gay, you know, but there are definitely gay people there. Hi guys, this is the PA plate. We're using the PCB silicone pellet mount first, and this one has foam. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is, it's more muted because there's foam, probably. Oh, so the Jiren? Gifrin? I will be building the EC one on stream next week. Next week, hopefully. Gufrin? Don't know what color yet, but Bull reached out to me, so could probably ask him. Yeah, sure. He's sending me Dynacaps. I'm pretty excited. It'll be my first time. No instructions? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Come on. Come on, you stinky switch. You know, Jason, ATXKB, very important that I mention the full name, by the way. He's also here and loves to build Topra, so I could also ask him too. Yeah, so the context was we went to a party and this artisan making party, and they were talking about like Topra, and I was like, oh, like, so I met Amano, who does a lot of Topra keycaps, like key sets, right? And I was like, oh, like Jason always shills you and always shows us your keycaps, and they're like, Jason? Who's Jason? I was like, uh, he's in Austin. And they were like, what's his username? I was like, it's Jason. It's like Jason, I think it's like ATXKB. And they were like, oh, Jason ATXKB. I'm like, literally, you guys all freaking suck. Like, Jason's literally his name, his IGN. It might be the Artisan Party, maybe. Oh, yeah, photo card was stolen, yeah. That's really sad. Was it really Uggs? Okay. You know who I haven't seen in a long time in chat? I haven't seen Koala. I hope he's okay. Hello. I see Raz posting, but yeah, not in chat in a while. And Raz is like dancing, doing K-pop, 3D printing stuff. He's living life. Raz is a neighbor? Or who else? Oh, Koala. I should try soldering my boards before getting cats. Maybe I can do it now with their nosy asses inhaling the fumes. Yeah. I don't let my cats up on my desk. So thankfully they stay away. I have to set boundaries with my cats, unfortunately. But, I did solder a few boards for some, because you're not supposed to solder when you're pregnant. So I did solder a few for some ladies that needed help with that. Well, pops up. Yeah, I know he's doing pharmacy school right now, so probably dying. Oh yeah, I have to set boundaries with my cats. I have to be very strict with them in regards to like my desk, because I put a lot of like client builds up here, and also like I think the worst thing they've done is they have tried to chew up a PCB. And thankfully like the PCB worked, but like after that I definitely had to just, you know, because some of these boards aren't mine. Well, it's because they like to chew plastic or just like cardboard. And so the PCB was like in one of those things, so they like, I don't know, it was not good. Yeah, I have the Type K out right now, actually. I need to continue my keyboard series, but I've honestly been making a lot of pottery videos, but I post on my trial reels. So here's the thing. I think it's kind of shitty of me to do this, but if you want to see like all my content, following my TikTok vlog account is the best because I swear I post like anything and everything. Whereas on Instagram, I post my keyboard stuff and like my pottery stuff I'll post as a trial reel, but not on my actual feed. Yeah, I have a Type K. Did you know, Ness, that I am one of the 3 reviewers? What the hell is this? Oh my god. You found it. Yeah, but here's the hack. Is if you don't have TikTok, if you follow my social media channel, you have to opt in for the role. It actually puts the previews of my TikToks on there so you can watch it. Social media feed. It puts the TikTok previews like in the channel so then you can watch them. Yeah, so you don't have to install TikTok, you just watch it there. So let me show you guys real quick. So this is the social media feed. You have to opt into it. I just don't want to like spam people. But you go to channel and roles, you would sign up for the social media. Like this one. I want to know when XXW posts on social media. You can check that. And then this is the special channel and see, look, here you can just watch it from here. You don't even have to download TikTok. The only thing is that sometimes I post in the dead of night. So but yeah, so you can see all the random ass TikToks I post. And I'm actually a lot more active when it comes to that. But this is for like all my social media. I know, sorry. I try not to. That's my queen right there, that's surprise. Yeah, wait, here, I'll show you. This is my 1 of 1 Type K with my logo. Gawk actually picks streamers based on what he thinks would go well with them, and as an Alice user, he picked me. So thank you, Gawk, if you're watching. Yeah, so it has my logo, and then this is the EC kit. I have EC on here right now. Holy shit, logo? Yeah. He was very nice. He was like, send me your logo. It's like, okay. And then I got the board, I opened it, and it was right there. I was like, oh my god. I mean, yeah, back to the stack because we're reviewing. We're almost done. Okay, this is top mount. Okay, this is our last typing test. Alright, so this one is the top mount with the silicone, and there's foam. Okay, so... Oh, YouTube. Is it Octane R2? Yeah. What's the name of the Switch? They're HMX SU. SU. Color options for the board. It's similar to the 60 if you've seen it, but 10 case colors, 10 top case colors, 13 bottom case. Is Gawk doing art too? I thought that's what he said. Of course. Oh, that's why. Oh my god, you guys. I'm so tired. I was like, there's some kind of weird resonance. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's because I didn't screw this in. Yeah. No, that's me. No, the feet part is fine. It's... What were we talking about that I got distracted? Just didn't screw it. We don't need feet. Oh! I was showing you guys my type K. So I have this flipped, and then I showed you guys my type K, and then when I came back to it, I was like, okay, we're ready to go. But we weren't ready to go. Oh my goodness. Sorry, it's getting late. I was gonna say there's some kind of weird resonance and I don't know why. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. 1 second. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I muted the mic. I muted the music, not the mic. Oh my bad. Okay. Redo. Okay. Alright, yeah, that sounded better. Okay, we figured out the problem. Better, yes. Alright, let's talk about it. After I put these in real quick. Okay. Good night, Pressy. Oh, good night. Sleep well. So, in terms of how it sounds, so obviously depending on the switch and the plate, right? I actually think this sounds fine. It sounds good with or without foam. I actually slightly prefer it with foam, personally. I do think if you're going to buy the board, and you don't get the battery, you will need, no, it's not up yet. Comes out January 30th. I do think if they don't provide the foam to fill up the cavity, that you will need to definitely fill it, at least if you don't want the resonance. Yeah, I think once we added the foam, everything sounded like a lot more even. Oh, it's listed on the 60? Okay, okay. Yeah, it just has like, it's just something you have to be aware of. And I think that's important to note. Oh, you have to pay $10 to get it? It doesn't come with it? Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. The whole foam kit. Okay. But anyways, in terms of sound, I thought, overall everything sounded very even. There wasn't anything that I was like, oh, that's a drastic change. I think the biggest thing when it comes to like changing the mount was actually just how it feels. But even with like top mount, being supposedly like more stiff, adding the silicone pellets really did help balance a lot of that out, especially if you're someone who doesn't really like the harsh feedback, but you like how top mount sounds. The plate ones are optional. Like you don't have to use them. I just use them because I don't really like the harsh feedback from top mount, but it's kind of nice that they kind of give you, the best of both worlds, right? So, in terms of sound, I thought the two mounts did sound, at least with my configuration, they did sound relatively similar, and the biggest thing was just how it felt when you're typing on it. And just note that if you have some kind of weird resonance in the case, it's either you didn't install the force brake that it comes with, so you have to put like the little pieces on the screw points, and also if your cavity is not filled as well. But I mean, once again, this is just very dependent on like what switches, what plate, but at least for my builds, I felt like it was just very consistent. But yeah, so this is the top of the board, 65%, but they do have the 60 version. The two are, I would say, like pretty much identical. So if you're trying to pick between the board, the biggest difference is I think the Tofu60 has more bottom case colors from what I can remember. The bottom is alu, yeah. But if you like the 60, but you want arrow keys, then yeah, you have the 65, which is going to be released later. Product page isn't up yet. It's going to be coming out January 30th, the board. So yeah, if you want arrow keys, this is the way to go. Also, nothing too crazy, just like the standard arrow key blocker. They're not doing anything, like blocking out this row or anything. So pretty simple. Here's a side, so simple side, classic tofu side. The corners are sharp, just as a disclaimer so you guys know. And then here is the bottom piece. So no accent weight or anything like that. Yes, it does use internal weights. There are two options. I have the copper, but there's also a stainless steel version. For the bottom cases, there is a stainless steel raw, if you're interested in that one. I think, oh wait, they're actually the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, they're the exact same. The colorways for both are the exact same, so let me correct myself. Everything is the same, except one is a 60, one is a 65, and the 60 has more layout options, but yeah, they're pretty much the same. So if you just want arrow keys, then get the 65. But yeah, nothing on the, you can pick like a different color for the bottom case, but in terms of like weights, it is going to be internal. Here is the USB port side. So I do like, so this is a bit above like the standard Tofu, I'd say, because being able to see the bottom case and the top case, I think it is very nice. So you do have that. That's also something to think about whenever you're picking out your bottom case, is if you care about like the contrast from this side. And then the front lip. So in terms of building tips, or building key code feature, is it really? Is that actually a thing? So in terms of building, pretty straightforward. I'd say if you want to add the silicone pellets for the plate, it's actually easier. So they go on the top. So what you want to do is you want to put them on top of the plate instead of like flipping that over to then put it into the top case. What I would recommend is you have your PCB and plate, you put the silicone pellets in, or the silicone pieces in, you take the top case and you put it on top, and then from here you hold it and flip it over. Because sometimes these can be, like the silicone pellets on the plate can be a little loose. Even though it has a tab to keep them in place, like some of them can be a little loose and shift. So once you've put them in, just put the top case over it and flip it, and then screw on the two corners, and then everything should stay in place to make it like a little easier. And then if you're using the silicone pellets for the PCB, whenever you're building it, it has like a top and a bottom part. So let me show you guys real quick. So this is what it looks like. It has like a little nipple at the bottom, and then it has a flat top. The flat top goes up into the top case, and then the nipple part goes down into the bottom case for your reference. And then these you just slide onto the PCB. What else is there to talk about? Building was straightforward. Nothing too crazy, especially since it uses the pogo. Trying to think. Also, do not forget to put the force brake. So the force brake is actually not built in. Instead, you'll be given the sheet and you have to apply them to by yourself. So this is what it looks like, right? So you just take them off, they are adhesive, and you just want to put them on the screw points. I put them on, I want to say the top case. I put them on the top case, but I can double check for you guys real quick. But you only put it on one side because there's not enough to put on both. Not that you need to, but if you see like, Oh, I need to put it on the top and bottom. You only put it on one of the cases. I'll show you guys which one I put it on. But this is their force brake. Sometimes force brake is built in and you don't really need to think about it, but this one was not, so. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. So yeah, I put these little silicone on the top case like that. So you have a bit of space. I think the reason I didn't put it on the bottom case is because this part where the screw is like a little smaller. So I just had more space on the top case. So whenever you're installing these force brake pads, I would just recommend putting it on the top case. Other than that, straightforward build. Just be aware of if you get the batteries or not, because I don't know if the foam blocks will come pre-assembled. Some boards do. I think the Tofu TKL, they didn't. I think it was separate. So yeah, if you have any kind of like weird resonance, just make sure you have the force brakes and just make sure you have the foam blocks, or at least the cavities filled. And then other than that, everything else straightforward. Shouldn't really struggle with much. Let me just put these back on. But yeah, so if you guys are wondering, what's the biggest difference between the 60 and the 65? Well, the arrow keys, but other than that, colorways, identical. The PCBs offered also identical. Plates also identical. Pretty much everything is the same, except for the size, and also the 60 has more layout options. 65, it seems like it's just set, but for the 60, like you can get Winky, Winkyless, or HHKB. It also comes with, like, you can buy a wrist rest that I didn't whip out, but I do have. In terms of the PCB layout, this one had a bunch of different layouts that you could get. I'm trying to remember if the 60 had the same thing, but the 60 has the solder kit anyways, so I don't see why you wouldn't have option or choices when it comes to the layout. The 60 has the custom color I think someone was asking about earlier. I'm not sure if the 65 will have it, but I'm pretty sure it will. Let's see, do they have the PCB? Oh yeah, multi layout for both the hot swap. Lately, some boards that have been releasing, not from KBD, but just like in general, have been doing the fixed layout PCBs, which some people don't like. But it seems like for the Tofu, at least, you do have the multi-layout support, so that's nice. Yeah, so one neat thing about KBD is sometimes for the boards, they will do custom colors. So let me find that for you guys. So aside from the production colors, you can get custom colors. So here's an example. You can get like the champagne, the Tiffany. They have a bunch. Okay, so like right here, so you can see. They have all these custom colors in case that's something you want to do. I'm assuming it is going to be more expensive. That is something as well. Yeah, they're gonna be a little bit more expensive, but they have like the many other colors. And then if you guys are interested, they do have the configurator that's kind of cool. So once you've kind of generated everything, you can save and generate the code for it. You can search your config. Yeah, they have a lot of colors. But just remember, this is probably going to be a little bit more expensive than everything else. I wish there was a product page for the 65, but it's not out yet. But as you can see, like, the Tofu60 is up. The Tofu65 will be out January 30th, so soon. So at the end of this month. And I unfortunately don't know the price range just yet, but I imagine it will be soon whenever they come out with that. But yeah, I would show you guys the product page, but like I said, it's not out. So um, other than that, my thoughts on the board, I did not build the 2.0, so I can't really like compare it, but I have heard, other reviewers say that this is like a huge step up from like the 2.0. I'm assuming Divinity is going to be the vendor, yeah. But I thought everything was straightforward, easy to build. I will say the force break, they kind of like advertised it as like a big thing, but it's just, pads that you put on yourself. But for the price point and everything considered, like, it is a solid board. Like, I think trying to compete with like the other vendors, like the other powerhouses, I think KBD, at least with their tofu line, is always going to be, a staple because, it's tofu. And I think the fact that they are releasing like HE compatible, I think the 60 one was it. The 60 already has the compatibility, but I'm not sure for the 65, but I think KBD is doing a really good job in terms of, still making boards that are really good for like entry level, because tofu is one of those things where, everyone and their mother has owned a tofu at one point, and it's not a bad board. I know people who still use their tofus to this day. And by providing like all these different options while still making it somewhat affordable if you really wanted to. I don't want to say like getting it for dirt cheap, but you know what I mean. It's just like, I'd say before, anyone who wanted like a custom keyboard, I'd be like, well, just start with the tofu and go from there. So I actually do think them continuing their tofu line is, or was, like a really good move. And I think this iteration of the tofu has been drastically improved, right? They're giving you more options, but they're still keeping it simple, price point simple. But yeah, I mean, I would feel like I could see myself typing on this, and I would actually feel very comfortable recommending this. And it doesn't have, because if you're like, well, why would you get this board over like a QK board, for example? And it's because QK has a very certain like aesthetic that people either really like or they really don't like, right? And so I think if you just want something like plain and simple, does the job, but still, is good, the tofu, is in that category, I'd say. Because, not everyone wants to have, the QK aesthetic. The true spiritual successor to tofu does all the things that a stream stand on. Yeah. I get this one over a QK without hesitation. Yeah, it's just like an aesthetic choice at that point, right? Yes, I have used the ZMK. Uh-huh. I built a few of them from Canon Keys. So I'd say if you're looking for something that, you're looking for like a work board, or you're looking for like a recommendation for a friend who wants to get into it but not break the bank, and they want something, very simple, no frills, then the tofu, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just different aesthetics. So I think KBD is doing a good job, and I think this iteration was very good. And the main difference between the 60 and the 65 is so far it's just the layout. Everything is the same-ish. I don't know if they've announced the HE compatibility with the 65 yet, but the 60 has it for sure. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That's the board. Thank you, KBD, for sending it out. Thank you, Bob, for sending me beige. I don't think it was on purpose, but my community thanks you for sending me beige. And that's the board. Thanks for watching. Wait, do you guys want a TLDR on this board? TLDR, 10 colors for the top case, 13 colors for the bottom case, 2 internal weights, 5 different plate options, 2 wrist rest color options. It has 2 mountings. So you have top mount, which has 2 variations. You could do it with the silicone or without. And then there's also PCB, silicone pellet, which means you can do plateless, technically. And they will be offering 3 PCB options with a wireless, a hot swap, and a solder. And I don't know the price point yet, but comes out January 30th. And yeah, that's TLDR. But yeah, that's it. Okay, bye YouTube. Bye.